see how we can build a bookmarklet with JavaScript. So here I have a page. Let's look at the source code of that page. Here's my HTML. You see it, there's not much there. It just says the title, and then it loads up script.js, which does nothing. It just says loaded script.js. Go back here to the console and Chrome tools, reload the page, and you see it just prints that out. So I want to put a bookmarklet here, which will run on every page, when the user is in when he clicks on it. So we go here, and here is and then a bookmarklet. So it's going to be a link. A bookmarklet is just a link with an href whose value is some JavaScript. Right, and let's start simple. We're going to say console.log bookmarklet ran. Right, and I'm going to reload this page, and now when I click on this, see it prints down there, bookmarklet ran. I click on it again, we get a 2. That means print it twice, 3, 4, 5, and so forth. Okay, so that works. Now let's go back over here. So the thing is, let's say I want to build a really complicated bookmarklet. In here I am limited, right? So the value of the href is limited to whatever 240 some characters. So I really cannot put a really big URL or program, JavaScript program in here. So what I want to do is put a JavaScript program in here that loads another program, which is my actual bookmarklet. So to do that, let's write that program. So a program that loads another program. And I'm going to do it over here first so you can see it better. So I'm going to put everything within an anonymous function to keep it organized. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to create a script tag that loads the script I need and add that script tag or script element to the current document. So first I create a script element, so document.create element, and it's a script element, right? Remember the script tag? And then that guy is gonna have a source of, and for now we'll set it to local host :8080. That's when my server is running, and my script is gonna be under static and bmlet bookmarklet.js. So that's a file that I don't have yet. I have script.js under there, right? Static script.js. So I'm going to create it. I'm going to say new other JavaScript source file, and bmlet.js. Finish is under static, right? So it's under. So here's bmlet.js. It's not going to do anything for now. So console.log loaded bmlet.js, so we can see that it's loaded. So there's my script, and now it's going to load that bmlet.js. Now I need to put that script into my current page. So the way I do that is first I gotta grab a hold of something in the current document. So we're gonna go with the head element. So document.get elements by tag name, since every page will have a head. If it doesn't, one will be created for it. And tag, this is tag's name, get elements by tag name. Thank you. And that's going to give me the head element. Then once I have an element, I can append to it. So I can append a child element, which is the S. Right, so I think that's right. So document looks right. So that's what I want to put on my index.html file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy all that and paste that on my index.html So remember I had JavaScript there. I'm going to paste that there. And you see I'm declaring a function, so I want to also invoke the function. I just did that. And I also want to put parentheses around the whole thing, just for browser compatibility. So I have the function, I'm invoking it, and that's it. Okay, so we go back over here, reload the page. Yeah, there's a problem in script.js line 3. Yeah, because I still have this function here. Comment that out because I don't need that there anymore. Reload. Okay, so I loaded script.js. Now when I click on this, it should create a new script element, add it to the page, and that script element will load the bmlet.js, which will print loaded bmlet.js. Awesome. So it works, right? So every time I click it, it prints loaded bmlet.js. So that means it's working. Let's go back over here, right? So the script file again doesn't do anything, but now this is our actual bookmarklet that's going to run every time. So let's say, let's do something a little more interesting, like let's get all the links, document.get elements by tag name A. So I get all the links, and then I can say for L in links, and then I can say links L dot inner text, set that to blah. So I'm gonna get all the links and set their inner text to blah. That's my bookmarklet. Go back over here. I reload this, and oh, so this is your bookmarklet. Now what your users need to do is add that to your bookmark bar. So I need to go over here to view, always show bookmarks bar in Chrome, and then I should be able to drag this, if I can do that, over here. So there's my bookmarklet. It's called bookmarklet. Of course, you might want to call it something else. Now when I click on it, it's gonna run the script. In this case, you see a crash, and let's see what the problem is. So it's not a function. So it didn't like my bookmarklet as it was. Wait. Property inner text of object is not a function, so we have a problem with my change here. Inner text, this is not a function. This is like that. Let's try that again. So when I click on my bookmarklet up here, it changes the text to blah. So now that should work on any page. So if we go say to reddit.com, there's a bunch of links in there. We can close this now. So a bunch of links in here. I'm gonna click bookmarklet, and everything is now blah 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 blah, which is very appropriate for Reddit, and so it works in every. Well, YouTube doesn't have a lot of Yahoo. Go to Yahoo, you see a lot of links there, bookmarklet, and blah 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 blah. So that works, and it'll work on any page, right? Okay, so a few last things here. Let's go back. So you can put in this bookmarklet now, I can put whatever JavaScript code I want, however big I want it, because it's gonna get loaded by here. Now two last things before I go. Obviously, localhost 88 is not gonna work for your website, right? But that is an easy fix. I can just do that. I can say location.host instead. And so that will then get replaced by locate the host. If you go over here to the console, you'll see if you type in location.host, that's a global variable that stores the current host name. So that's awesome. And the other thing is just more subtle is that, so this is now gonna load this file bmlet.js from your website. And but let's say, and this is going to work the first time, but let's say a bunch of users install your bookmarklet, version 1, and then time passes, you create version 2 of the bookmarklet, and the problem is that maybe all those browsers out there that have your bookmarklet, they've already cached your version 1. So your users with the bookmarklet are going to keep down. They're not going to re-download it. They're going to have the cache in the browser, and they're not going to be able to see your latest and greatest bookmarklet. So the way you fix that, one way to fix that is this way. You just say question mark x equals and then math.random. So in JavaScript, of course, math.random prints out a random number like that. And what this is, what all you're doing is changing the URL so that it's different every time, right? Well, actually, that's not going to work. That's fixed. That you got to put a quote there, and then another plus sign here, right? So, and the string here, and then you want to run this code here, and I'll get rid of that. So, yeah, what this is going to do is every time it's going to generate a new random number and append that to the x argument. So that's going to be passed as a parameter, but of course, your server is just going to ignore that, and you're just going to re-download the latest BM-led because of this, because you're passing an argument value pair, that's going to prevent any browser from caching this bookmarklet. So it means that every time your user clicks on the bookmarklet, the first thing that's going to happen is it's going to re-download from your website the latest and greatest bookmarklet. There we go to localhost /static, right? And you can see, well, you can't see it, but it'll download the latest one. So that's it.